Good morning, potato chips. How you doing? We've had it again today, the second one today. I'm doing good. It's Fun Night Friday, and this is the CRKT Homefront. This is the original one, in aluminium, Aussie steel. Don't worry about Aussie steel. I'll explain that when we get through to it. This is a fun knife. Now, when we go to buy a knife, we usually, the first thing it sets us off is aesthetically. Does it look nice to our eyes? To me, this looks like a wee boy's army knife. That's just what it takes me back to childhood when you used to buy the GI's knives for your action man and all. Absolute super little knife. The fit and finish is amazing. The grip is absolutely beautiful. It's a full-size knife. Super knife. I'll just give a quick measurement just so you see how it is. There we go. It's about 8 1/4. So we're talking a full-size work knife. Hollow grind, drop point, just a beautiful big belly. A straight bit here that's slightly recurved, which is great if you're going to be cutting ropes and things like that, because this is a knife you would take out into the wilderness with you. It is that solidly made, and it comes apart without using a screwdriver. How good is that? At the back here, you'll see this back spacer here, but at the bottom of it, it's a little wheel. And what you do, you see the screw here, watch it disappear. You're unscrewing the knife with this little wheel. You hear the click, that's it unscrewed. At the top here, there's a little lever. You just do that, and then, well, usually comes apart. But there you go. It just pulls apart or falls apart, whichever you like. Everything in here is attached. So you just get to a river if it's that bad, and it's actually inside of it. It actually shows you how to put it back together again. Which is just, it's just, but it's so simple. And, by the time I've talked about this knife, we'll have it back together again. And I'm going to guarantee you that the alignment is absolutely perfect, because I've taken this apart umpteen times, and it just keeps going back in the same way. It's only got plastic washers. They're stuck in here. That's all it's got. It doesn't have any bearings, nothing. They are stuck in there, and that's it. So to put it back together again, it couldn't be any more simpler. So there's your knife, and there's a track. This circular bit here is, I'm sure you all know, but this is just for people who maybe don't. This is what the race here will run up and down the knife. So let's just get this in here. Now, you'll see on the bottom there, that's your tension, your spring for the liner lock that controls this. So get it set in, and then get that in your race and just push it down. That's all. Just hold it with your hand, and then get this part of it to slip on there where the hole is. The hole's in the hole's in the back there. Let me just hold this down and do it. I'm doing this behind the camera, and it's not the best way to do it because it is so simple. There you go. Push it till you can see that it's fully together at the top there. Keep it closed in your hand. Keep this here, and then do the wheel the opposite way, and you'll watch the little screw coming back up to the top. There you are. You can see it. It's back up, although it is sunken in, but it's back up. And then all you have to do is push this down, and your knife is back together. I know that was a bit clumsy, but it's hard to do behind the camera. But it's so simple. It's taken apart. You've washed it. You put it back together again. Look at that alignment. Absolutely perfect. And it flicks out. Yeah, you have to give it a bit of wrist. Unless you're going to unless it's really wet, it'll just go. But I don't know why I'm trying to explain this so much, but you do have to give this a little wrist flick. Let's not put that against it, because what other knife have you got that you can take apart, put together, and not use any tools? This is a genuine article. Aussie steel. A lot of people say they don't like Aussie steel. I like Aussie steel. There's nothing wrong with it. It's easy sharpened in the field, which this is, which means that you can keep this sharp in the field with this. You don't have to carry anything, fantastic. This will keep this working in the field. £10. Now, these are about £100 over here in the UK. To me personally, this is a work knife. It is a gimmicky knife because you can take it apart, but is it gimmicky, or is it just blooming useful? Like if you're a landscape gardener and you're cutting sods up, lining up your grass, you've laid new grass and you want to cut it, this is a super knife for doing that. because it doesn't have to have a razor's edge. It just needs to be able to cut. If you're doing anything where you're working in mucky situations, you don't want a building site and you're using cement and things, it gets in your hands, it gets on your knife blade, it'll get inside it, and you have to clean them regular to keep them good tools. This is the perfect knife for it. This is absolutely perfect. So for whatever use you've got for it, I like it because it looks aesthetically good. I can do enough work on it. This hollow grind doesn't bring it down to an ultra thin edge, because this is not for slicing grapes. It's a work knife. And another knife that I'll take out if I want to work is my Rat 1. This is my other work knife. There's the Rat 1. So you can see a little bit shorter in the handle than the Rat 1, which is no problem because the Rat 1 is a huge handle. You don't miss that at all. A large hand, an extra large hand will be able to hold this, no problem. I'm sort of, I call myself medium large, but there's room for another finger there. You know, somebody from Newtownards in Northern Ireland could definitely use that because they have 6 fingers. Oh dear, I'm sorry, Newtownards. This is my other favourite work knife. This is the American Lawman. Again, the blades are about the same size. There's not much in them. This is a bit longer than the Ontario Rat 1. So, and these are super work knives, and I put this in the same bracket. This is Oz 8. This is S35VN. If I want longevity and a thinner edge for cutting, this is the one I'm going to use. But just for cutting rough stuff, not slicing tomatoes. This would even slice tomatoes because it's a bit thinner. But behind the edge, probably not that much different between these two at all. Super. So, for Fun Knife Friday, I present to you the CRKT Homefront. I think it's super. You have a deep pocket carry clip. This is just not only aesthetically pleasing to me, I don't know whether it's a my generation thing, but it's that sort of, it just invokes the old American Army knives or gear. There you go, Paddy's away. Fun Knife Friday. Done. I missed it for a couple of weeks, but I think this is a good one. Take care. Bye-bye now.